Benefits of the labyrinth. It is no accident that you're here. It is no accident. Nothing happens by accident. Nothing in life happens by accident. So there is a significance. I said it already, there is significance to every moment. There is a significance to me standing here talking to you. There is a significance to you sitting there listening here today at the Mind, Body, Spirit. It is significant where you're sitting. It is significant who you're sitting beside. The key to knowing and understanding the significance of every moment in our life, so let's just focus on the half an hour that we have, is to be aware. The labyrinth quietens your mind. The labyrinth does many things, and I'll talk a little bit and we'll have time for questions. But walking the labyrinth, the least it does, it quietens the mind. It quietens the mind because when you walk the labyrinth, you're focusing on a path. In today's society, our left side of our brain, the masculine, logical, rational thinking side, is very overactive. It's being bombarded with messages, signals, I must do this, I must do that. Facebook, my friend, text this, go collect the kids, do the shopping, are we going to pay the bill? It's working overtime. And the right side of your brain, the feminine, intuitive, receptive side, does not get a chance a lot of the time to come into balance. When you walk the labyrinth, the left side of your brain, you're forcing it to focus on a path. So it's just focusing on one thing. It's like meditating on a flame or on a rose. When you force the left side of your brain to focus on one thing, it quietens. It has no choice but to quieten. When the left side of your brain quietens, the right side, feminine, receptive, intuitive side, comes into balance. And you become whole-brained. So when you're whole-brained, you are then in a state of being more open and aware of receiving insights and signals. One way people walk the labyrinth is to ask a question beforehand. If some issue on their mind they're looking for answers to or insights into. So they ask a question and they go and walk the labyrinth. Not everybody gets an answer, but a lot of people have come to me after and says, I got an answer to my question. I'm not 100% sure how that happens, except I know the labyrinth is a tool that's helping them to get an answer. If you have a question in your life, if you feel your mind is active, agitated, overworked, I would say go and walk a labyrinth. Get a finger labyrinth and trace it if you can't find one to walk. Because when you walk the labyrinth, your mind quietens. When your mind is quiet, your awareness is heightened. And in that state of heightened awareness, then you are making yourself open and receptive to receiving the answers and the insights. There is quietness even now. I have found that when I start talking about the labyrinth, that the quietness, actually the mind starts to descend. As it is starting to descend on this room. If any of you, I can feel it in my heart, if any of you are sensitive to energies, you will feel the shift in this room. The energy in this room is different than it was 5 minutes ago when you came in the door. We are starting to access what I call the consciousness field of the labyrinth. It's the field of consciousness that all the people who have drawn labyrinths, made labyrinths, written about them, sung about them, and all the wisdom that is coming through the labyrinth is all there in that consciousness field. And we have stepped into the first level of that. We are there. Because now we're getting into a state where you can hear the blind flapping against the window. Or you can hear the little rumbles and murmurings out in the corridor. Footsteps. 5 minutes ago, you would not be able to hear those. So already your awareness is heightened. And for me, one of the biggest keys and benefits of the labyrinth is to bring yourself into that state of just raising your awareness, just that little one step where you start becoming aware of the small things around you. Little things. People speaking outside the window. Car passing on the road outside. And they're the physical things. There are also non-physical things. The energy that we're tapping into, it's not something tangible that we can touch, but it's something that I think most of you are feeling. There is a palpable energy and shift in this room, and that's the labyrinth energy, that when you start walking the labyrinth, that when your mind quietens to that level, that you access this space. And when you access this space, you start hearing thoughts start coming in, because your mind quietens. Other thoughts start coming in that you hadn't allowed space for before. And the thoughts are always related to your life's journey, or your soul's journey. The labyrinth is a symbol of your journey in life, and I would invert that to say life is a labyrinth. There is one path, a path from the start, the outside, to the center. Something looks like a small journey, but the journey into the labyrinth is symbolic of you and your journey. So as you walk the labyrinth, you're taking that journey inward, the journey into yourself. The greatest journey is the journey inwards. Okay, it gets a bit scary at times. We all know, I think many of you are here have faced some of the fears that we face in life, and you've gone through it. Or you're on the path and you're going to face whatever it is that's out there, that's on your path. And it's different for everybody. What I'm fearful of, some of you might find very easy. But then vice versa, there is something that each one of us faces on our journey. The labyrinth is there as a tool to help us on our journey. There is the center of the labyrinth is symbolic of whatever you're walking towards, whatever you're moving towards in your life, either consciously or unconsciously. Maybe you don't know what it is that for you at this point in your life is at the center of the labyrinth. Most people are looking for happiness, Put your hands up if you're not looking for happiness. Most of them are looking for happiness. Usually encompasses that peace or love or joy or God or money or whatever it is, that we put a different name on it, but it's happiness we're looking for. Ultimately, actually, the happiness is, for me, and I think for most people, when we get to joining all the dots, it's union with whatever that divine energy, universal energy, some people call it God, whatever it is that you put a name on it. That is the ultimate happiness, where we feel at one, not only with ourselves and everyone and everything around us, but we feel at one with the ultimate source. And the labyrinth is a symbol of oneness. It's actually, probably by the end of the talk, I'll probably said it's a symbol of 5 different things, and it is. It's a symbol of your journey in life. It's a symbol of oneness. When you're walking the labyrinth, the classical labyrinth, the ancient one, which is over 4,000 years old, found on rock carvings in Spain, Italy, and even in India, and it's been found all over the world in many different societies. There are 7 circuits, and the 7 circuits are, by most people, are associated with the 7 chakras, your energy centers in your body. Consciously or unconsciously, when you walk the labyrinth, you're passing through those 7 circuits, and you're passing through each of your chakras, and you're aligning the chakras. By the time you get to the center, you have yourself aligned. The least most people feel, apart from quieting the mind, is a sense of being more centered and more balanced. One way is you're passing through the chakras. There are other labyrinths, the chakra labyrinth, which is over 800 years old. And one of the other sort of characteristics of most labyrinths at work is that there are 180-degree turns. You're walking here, and then the path turns 180 degrees. What you're doing when you turn that is that you're shifting your energy field. It's like anyone do Tai Chi where you move the energy around and there's a lot of 180-degree turns and movements. And your classical labyrinth has, what, 7 or 8 of those on the way in and on the way out. The Chartres labyrinth has 28 of them on the way in and the way out. You cannot but realign your energy field when you're walking a labyrinth without it bringing you more into alignment than you were when you started.